All right, here we're getting into the pattern making process. Nice to have a manila folder, a pair of expendable socks, Sharpie, a pencil, soft tape, a couple pairs of scissors, and a roll of duct tape. That's what it's all about. So first, go ahead and put a foot on each of the sheets. Holding the pencil perfectly at a 90-degree, just go ahead and start tracing out that foot. All the way around. We'll do that on both feet. Because what I'm going to have you do is cut these out. And most people, in my experience, have one foot that's slightly or not so slightly larger than another. And one of the important things is, so when you start at a 90-degree here on the arch, I want you to do the 90-degree. I want you to do about an 80-degree. Another 70-degree. Maybe like a 60-degree. And do that for both feet. But when you cut them out, stay with the vertical one. Stay with that outside line. And step off of there so we can kind of see that. So you'll have this average of lines. Hope the camera's picking that up. And the dog hair. So cut around all of that and then compare the two, and whichever one is the larger one, that's the one that you'll use to do the taping. Okay, so, and then I like to mark them. So that you'll need to send with the sock pattern. Next is I already pre-made this, just a big strip of tape. I always fold one corner over so you have a way of getting out of it. And she steps right on the middle of that. And then we're just going to start gently folding that around. And while you're doing the pattern, kind of keep your toes spread out a little bit, like you're enjoying some nice warm beach sand between them. And while you're doing this taping process, also keep the majority of your weight on that foot so it spreads out as much as it can. And then just start covering that whole sock. And leave a good amount of overlap on all your pieces of tape so that it all sticks together really well. Because sometimes they will come off the sock and get all funky. And a pro tip, if you pre-cut or pre-tear a bunch of pieces of tape, makes it a lot easier and quicker. And if you think you tore enough pieces of tape, you probably didn't. Okay, in the interest of keeping this video manageable length, we're going to say she wants them that tall. So once you've got everything taped up, you're going to take a half strip of tape, 3/4 of an inch to an inch, and then right along the floor or whatever she's standing on. Going to give me a clean edge all the way around there, the whole foot. Okay, so that's the taping part of it. The next thing you want to see is now you're going to bend your foot like this a few times. So you're looking for this wrinkle right here. So go ahead and mark that. I'll turn and face that door. Now we want to pick the middle. So yeah, let's see, Cassidy's feet are about 10 inches. So we want to go to some ankle bones here. We want to come forward of the ankle bone about an inch, maybe an inch and a half. Make a mark there, and a corresponding mark on the other side. And what we're going to do is bring this line down, and then gently at the ankle start curving it forward to that mark there. And turn around facing the other way. Now, pretty much in the middle there. Look at that cool tattoo. Ooh, that's nice. Now face the camera. Now this line is going to want to meet up with these lines here. So I usually go about the size of the Sharpie cap. Make a mark. Make a mark. And then connect that line to the vertical lines. Then, since we put this nice piece around here, you're going to lay the Sharpie flat on the ground and do this. Now what you do after all that, those lines are marked out, and that's all the lines that I'll need. You want to pick what you're going to call the highest part of the boot and give me that measurement there. Write that down on the paper that you traced your feet onto, and also how tall you want them to be this way. Those are important measurements. After that, then it's time to remove the sock. And usually I like the person that is getting the pattern made to do the cutting for me. But this is my daughter, so she could take it. Let me know if I hurt you. And just cut that down low as you can on both sides. And then you can step out of that. And that's the deal. That's the whole thing. What I'd like you to do is stuff newspaper in there so it'll keep its shape. And then you can send it to me just like that, with the information on your paper and the sock pattern. And that's basically what I need besides all the specifics of what you want and what color and everything else. But if you have any questions, you can contact me after, and have fun. Thank you.